Seattle Storm versus Los Angeles Sparks. Coming off a thrilling double overtime matchup earlier this month, the Seattle Storm, 16-15, and Los Angeles Sparks, 14-16. Seattle, sitting just above 500 with a 16-15 record, looks to snap a four-game losing streak that began with that heartbreaking 108-106 loss to LA back on August 1. Meanwhile, the Sparks have surged up the standings, posting a 7-1 record over their last 8 games, and are now tied for 8th place. With playoff implications on the line, both teams could use the win as the regular season enters its final stretch. Despite a recent 4-game slide that has tested their resilience, the Seattle Storm remain a formidable opponent in the WNBA due to a well-balanced and experienced roster led by key veterans like Nika Ogwumike and Skylar Diggins-Smith. Ogwumike, averaging 18.0 points per game and 7.1 rebounds, continues to anchor the Storm's front court with her combination of skill, savvy, and leadership. Her ability to score in a variety of ways, whether posting up, hitting mid-range jumpers, or converting in transition, makes her a matchup nightmare for opposing defenses. Meanwhile, Skylar Diggins-Smith complements her inside presence with her dynamic perimeter play, averaging 16.1 points and 5.8 assists per game. Diggins is an adept playmaker who can create for herself and others, pushing the pace and setting up teammates while also being a threat from beyond the arc and off the dribble. Seattle's offensive profile is solid but not elite, averaging 81.7 points per game, which ranks 9th in the league. Their shooting efficiency has been respectable this season, hitting 44.8% from the field, good enough for 5th place, and connecting on 33.2% of their three-point attempts, which places them 7th in the WNBA. The Storm's ability to get to the free throw line and convert their attempts at a rate of 78.1% adds another dimension to their offensive attack, giving them a reliable scoring source when the game gets physical or tight. This kind of balanced scoring makes Seattle dangerous in different scenarios, whether they're pushing tempo or grinding through half-court sets. What truly distinguishes the Storm, however, is their defense, an area where they consistently rank among the league's best. Holding opponents to an average of 79.4 points per game, good for 4th overall, Seattle's defensive discipline is a major reason they remain competitive even when their offense hits a rough patch. Their ability to limit clean looks is evident in the 43.4% shooting they allow from the floor, 6th best, and 32.6% from beyond the arc, 5th best. This defensive stinginess forces teams into contested shots and turnovers, often allowing the Storm to control the tempo and keep games within reach. The recent skid, which started with a tough, dramatic loss to the Los Angeles Sparks earlier this month, has forced Seattle to look inward and reevaluate some aspects of their game. In particular, late-game execution has been a concern, with the Storm struggling to close out tight contests and maintain composure under pressure. This trend has been uncharacteristic for a veteran-led squad and something they'll need to rectify to get back on track. The loss of momentum has been palpable, but Seattle's coaching staff and players are no strangers to adversity. So a turnaround is expected as they approach the final stretch of the season. Switching gears to the Sparks, Los Angeles has been among the hottest teams in the league, despite a recent 72-59 loss to the Golden State Warriors. That defeat aside, the Sparks have won 8 of their last 10 games, riding a wave of confidence and momentum. The offensive resurgence is largely thanks to Kelsey Plum, who has put together a breakout stretch, averaging 20.4 points and 6.2 assists per game. Plum's scoring prowess, combined with her vision and ability to penetrate defenses, has been pivotal to LA's offensive success. Supporting her are Dearica Hamby, who contributes a steady 17.7 points per game with her versatile inside-outside scoring, and Azura Stevens, who offers a powerful presence with 14.9 points and a team-high 8.3 rebounds per game. This trio forms a multi-dimensional offensive core that can attack defenses in varied ways, making the Sparks a difficult team to guard. Their depth off the bench also adds crucial minutes, helping maintain intensity and scoring pace throughout games. Offensively, Los Angeles ranks among the very best in the WNBA, averaging a potent 86.6 points per game, which is third best in the league. Their field goal percentage is also impressive at 46.3%, the second best mark, and their three-point shooting is similarly elite, hitting 35.6% from downtown, again second in the league. The Sparks' ability to score efficiently in all facets of the game, inside, mid-range, and beyond the arc, has been a hallmark of their recent success. Their offensive versatility keeps defenses guessing and opens up scoring opportunities for multiple players. The only significant blemish on their offensive profile is their free throw shooting, where they rank last in the league at just 75.6%. This weakness could become a factor in tight games, especially down the stretch when free throws often decide outcomes, potentially costing them crucial points in close matchups. Improving at the charity stripe would be essential for the Sparks if they want to convert more tight contests into wins. Defensively, however, the Sparks present a stark contrast to their offensive output. They have struggled to contain opponents, surrendering a league-high 87.7 points per game, ranking 13th overall in defensive efficiency. Opponents are shooting an effective 45% from the field against them, while their perimeter defense has also been suspect, allowing 34.5% shooting from beyond the arc, which ranks 10th in the league. These defensive shortcomings expose the Sparks to high-scoring games and put additional pressure on their offense to keep pace. If they hope to sustain their winning ways and make a deep postseason run, tightening up defensively will be essential, particularly in guarding the perimeter and limiting easy transition points. Betting trends strongly favor a high-scoring affair in this matchup between the Sparks and the Storm. Los Angeles currently leads the WNBA in games going over the total points line, boasting an impressive 29-1 record on the over-under this season. This suggests that when the Sparks play, there's a significant likelihood of seeing plenty of points on the scoreboard. Adding to this trend is the fact that the over has hit in the last 7 head-to-head matchups between these two teams, signaling a consistent pattern of offensive fireworks whenever they face each other. While Seattle has recently seen 4 of its last 5 games go under the total, indicating a more defensive or slower-paced style, the Sparks have been on the opposite end, pushing the total over in 8 of their last 10 contests. After a sluggish offensive showing on Saturday, expect Los Angeles to respond with renewed energy, intensified focus, and an abundance of offensive firepower, which should drive this game well over the projected point total. Fans and bettors alike should anticipate an exciting, fast-paced game filled with scoring bursts and momentum swings. From a spread perspective, the Los Angeles Sparks have been a strong play recently, covering the spread in 7 of their last 9 games, despite a tough recent loss. They enter this matchup at a favorable price, which is especially notable given that they are playing on the second night of a back-to-back, a factor that can often lead to fatigue and diminished performance. However, the Sparks' roster depth and overall talent, combined with the momentum they've built, suggest they will overcome any potential weariness and perform at a high level against Seattle. The Storm, conversely, have struggled both to win and to cover the spread, failing to do either in each of their last 4 outings, which raises questions about their current form and confidence. Adding further weight to the Sparks' side is their historical advantage in this matchup, as they have covered the spread in 4 of the last 5 head-to-head meetings with Seattle. This trend reinforces the belief that Los Angeles will not only keep the game competitive, but also beat the spread, making them a compelling betting choice in this contest. In summary, this game sets up as a classic battle between 2 very different but equally competitive teams. The Seattle Storm enter with a reputation for their defensive prowess, anchored by veterans like Nneka Ogwumike and Skylar Diggins, who bring leadership and steady hands on both ends of the floor. While their offense has struggled at times this season, their ability to limit opponents' scoring and create stops will be critical to keeping them in the contest. On the other side, the Los Angeles Sparks ride a wave of momentum fueled by a high-scoring, dynamic offense that can overwhelm defenses with quick pace and efficient shooting. Despite some inconsistency defensively, the Sparks' offensive firepower has made them a dangerous team capable of putting up big numbers in stretches. Given the offensive weapons present on both sides and the historical tendency for these matchups to feature fast-paced, high-scoring basketball, fans can expect an exciting and competitive game. The Sparks will look to leverage their scoring momentum to take control, but the Storm's defense and veteran leadership will keep it close. Ultimately, the game is likely to go over the total points line, providing an entertaining spectacle for basketball enthusiasts. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Los Angeles Sparks plus 3.5. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box. Connecticut Sun versus Las Vegas Aces. The Connecticut Sun, 524-13. Visit the Las Vegas Aces, 17-14 6th, on Sunday for a WNBA showdown. Connecticut is last in the league standings at 524 and 9 games behind the 8th and final qualifying spot for the postseason, with only 11 games remaining. Connecticut is currently on a 3-game losing streak following a 102-91 defeat to the Los Angeles Sparks on Thursday. The Sun are struggling to find consistency as they try to climb out of the league's bottom ranks. Meanwhile, the Las Vegas Aces have gained momentum, sitting at 17-14 and tied for 5th place with Indiana. They hold a crucial 2-game cushion over 9th place, with only the top 8 teams qualifying for the playoffs. Las Vegas continued their strong run by securing a hard-fought 90-86 victory over the Seattle Storm on Friday, marking their 3rd straight win. Injuries may play a key role in this matchup. Connecticut's promising forward Aaliyah Edwards is listed as questionable, which could impact the Suns' frontcourt production. On the other side, Las Vegas will be without Cheyenne Parker-Tyus, potentially limiting their depth on the wing. These roster changes will be critical factors to monitor as both teams vie for important playoff positioning. The Connecticut Sun have struggled offensively and defensively this season, ranking 13th or last in scoring, averaging just 75.1 points per game. Their offensive efficiency has been subpar as well, shooting only 40.2% from the field overall and a lowly 30.4% from beyond the arc, placing them 12th and 13th in the league, respectively. On the defensive end, Connecticut has allowed opponents to shoot an alarming 46.7% from the field and 34.6% from three-point range, ranking 13th and 11th in those categories. This combination of offensive inefficiency and defensive lapses has contributed to their struggles, making it difficult for the Sun to keep pace with higher-scoring teams. Improvement on both ends will be necessary if they want to climb out of the league's basement. The Connecticut Sun continue to face a challenging season marked by offensive struggles and a search for consistent production beyond their key contributors. The team's top 2 scorers are Tina Charles and Marina Mabrey, who have carried much of the offensive load this year. Charles, a veteran presence and former MVP, averages a solid 16.2 points per game, showcasing her ability to score efficiently in the post and through mid-range shots. Her rebounding prowess remains a vital part of the Suns' game plan, as she pulls down an average of 5.9 boards per game, helping Connecticut maintain possession and control the glass. Marina Mabrey has been an important perimeter threat, averaging 14.7 points per game, and leading the team in assists with 3.9 per contest. Mabrey's role as a secondary playmaker and scorer has been critical in the team's offense, particularly when driving penetration and kicking out to open shooters or taking open shots herself. However, the Sun lack other players who regularly reach double-digit scoring, which limits their offensive diversity and allows opposing defenses to focus on shutting down these two primary threats. Defensively, the Sun have some key contributors who provide energy and rim protection. Olivia Nelson-Ododa, averaging 1.3 blocks per game, acts as the team's primary rim protector, deterring shots inside and providing a defensive backbone. On the perimeter, Sania Rivers leads the team in steals with 1.6 per game, adding to the Suns' ability to disrupt opposing ball handlers and create transition opportunities. However, these individual defensive efforts have not consistently translated into overall team success, as Connecticut has struggled to contain opponents effectively throughout the season, especially against teams with strong outside shooting and quick ball movement. Turning to the Las Vegas Aces, they are positioned as one of the more balanced teams in the league, ranking 8th in scoring with 81.7 points per game and 9th in points allowed at 82.8. Their shooting percentages paint a picture of a team that can get buckets but may lack elite efficiency, shooting 42.1% from the field and 34.7% from three-point range, both ranked 10th in the league. Defensively, the Aces are middle of the pack, allowing opponents to shoot 44.0% overall and 33.7% from beyond the arc, ranking 9th and 8th, respectively. This balance makes them competitive but not dominant, suggesting that their success hinges on consistency and timely plays on both ends of the floor throughout the season. Las Vegas's offensive attack is spearheaded by Aja Wilson, the reigning MVP and franchise cornerstone, who averages an impressive 21.8 points per game. Wilson's versatility on both ends of the floor continues to make her one of the most dangerous players in the league. She leads the team not only in scoring, but also in rebounding with 9.2 boards per game. Moreover, Wilson anchors the defense, leading the Aces in both steals, 1.6, and blocks 2.2 per contest, showcasing her ability to impact the game in multiple facets. Supporting Wilson is Jackie Young, who chips in 16.9 points per game, providing a scoring punch and athleticism that complements the team's inside-outside attack. In addition to Wilson and Young, Las Vegas features other contributors reaching double figures, creating a more balanced and multi-dimensional offensive group. Chelsea Gray serves as the primary facilitator, dishing out 4.5 assists per game and orchestrating the offense with poise and precision. Her court vision and ability to penetrate and kick make her a vital cog in the Aces' offensive machine. The head-to-head matchups between Connecticut and Las Vegas this season have consistently been low-scoring affairs, with all three games finishing under the total points line. Connecticut's offense has been a significant liability, ranking last in scoring and near the bottom in both field goal and three-point shooting percentages. This offensive struggle has severely limited their ability to generate points, making it difficult for the games to reach high-scoring totals. Defensively, the Sun are next to last in points allowed, indicating that while they tend to give up a high volume of points, their offensive inefficiency has kept overall game scores suppressed. On the other side, Las Vegas has struggled to outscore opponents consistently, allowing more points than they score on average. However, the Aces' defense, while not among the league's elite units, is sufficiently solid to keep Connecticut's struggling offense contained and prevent games from becoming high-scoring shootouts. This combination of a weak offense facing a competent defense sets the stage for another low-total contest. Examining recent trends, Las Vegas has shown a clear upward trajectory, covering the spread in each of their last 3 games and 5 of their last 6, a stark contrast to Connecticut's recent difficulties. The Sun have failed to cover in 2 consecutive games and have only covered 4 times in their last 7 outings. Further highlighting the Aces' dominance, they hold a perfect 3-0 record, both straight up and against the spread in matchups, versus Connecticut this season. These factors combined suggest Las Vegas is well positioned to continue their strong run against the Sun, likely controlling the game while keeping scoring totals low. The context around both teams adds further intrigue. Connecticut, having won just 5 of 29 games, is already looking ahead to next season, with postseason contention out of reach. The Sun's struggles with scoring and defense have made this a difficult year for the franchise, but their young players and core veterans provide hope for rebuilding. The development of emerging talent remains a key focus, as the coaching staff aims to build chemistry and experience that could pay dividends down the line. Meanwhile, injuries and inconsistency have plagued the Sun throughout the campaign, limiting their ability to find a reliable rotation or establish a rhythm. Las Vegas, meanwhile, finds itself in a tighter playoff race. Tied for 5th place, but only 2 games ahead of 9th, the Aces must continue to push for wins to ensure a postseason berth, as only the top 8 qualify. This necessity gives the Aces plenty of incentive to perform at a high level and maintain their edge over the struggling Sun. With a strong leadership core anchored by MVP candidate A'ja Wilson, Las Vegas combines skill, experience, and defensive tenacity to grind out wins. The team's ability to execute under pressure will be crucial as the regular season winds down and every game carries added weight in the playoff hunt. In summary, this game pits a struggling Connecticut offense against a Las Vegas team showing signs of improvement and featuring a dominant MVP candidate in A'ja Wilson. The Suns' lack of offensive depth and poor shooting percentages make it tough for them to keep pace, while the Aces' balanced scoring and solid defensive efforts position them well to secure another victory. The recent head-to-head history and betting trends also support Las Vegas as the favored team, with Connecticut's rebuilding status suggesting the focus is more on development than immediate success. Beyond the immediate matchup, this game symbolizes a broader narrative, the challenge of a rebuilding franchise striving to find its identity versus a contender fiercely battling to maintain playoff positioning. How each team executes on both ends of the floor will not only determine the outcome but also provide insight into their trajectories as the season progresses, offering a glimpse into their future potential and long-term goals. After analyzing both teams, my pick for this match is Las Vegas Aces to cover. Drop your thoughts and predictions in the comments box.